Hits another boomer. And taken right at the 35.
After retake those ankles.
Give him 11 yards that time on
his
the
ankles
return.
went broken.
That will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done
touchdown.
Again. Doesn't matter what the defense.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jarvis Landry doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
Brandon, we're not even out of the first quarter yet, and that's his third receiving touchdown.
28-3 Dolphins first quarter.
Tremendous job, and I think this might come under
over
the heading
New England. Stupid
when
is.
has a hot hand, you've got to keep going back to him.
And on the defensive side,
Patriots
they better figure something out quickly.
Yeah, I think that no matter what, you've got to do something
Might
to slow him
100
down.
point
I don't
him.
care if it's double or triple coverage. Make someone else emerge because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He
Sack.
doesn't exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll run it now.
No, you're not going anywhere.
He's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I would not want to be an offensive lineman in today's NFL, especially not a center or a guard if you got to deal with these massive defensive tackles who could not just beat you with strength, but they can beat you with quickness and guile as well. They can get upfield and make plays. And a lot of times what they're taught, just go ahead and tackle everyone that comes in your area and keep the one with the ball.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. Look at the spin.
Good job,
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now here come the Dolphins. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook.
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Miami. 55 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike. And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So now on 4th down, on trots the Dolphins field goal unit and Andrew Franks. And Frank's kick is good.
31-3 Dolphins over Patriots.
So the drive
20
stalls
seconds
out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point.
First quarter's
So
about
no
to
problems
end.
converting there.
31-30.
Now it's Franks following the made field goal to send it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
Okay, who cares?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Throwing on first down is Brady. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it about a gain
Third
of 3,
down.
and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Here's Brady to throw to the right side, and he's got Edelman. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches.
Are you high?
He will not make the first down marker.
You're
That'll be
faking
turnover
you're
on
faking a
downs.
punt?
It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion. All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense, but in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job, way to knock it down.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds.
Oh, my God,
so
thank
very
you.
close to a turnover there in the end zone. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it, but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it, just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Frank's kick is
34-3
good.
Dolphins
And they're
over
sitting pretty
Patriots.
now as the lead grows even further. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them
Yeah, I
inside
thought
the
the
5,
Dolphins
but
were
they
actually
couldn't
going to
punch
be
it
good in
in.
And credit
2017.
this defense, too. That was the old bend, but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened
think
there.
that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And this ball will be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now Tannehill. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. So 2nd and 10 here. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man. An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. Going deep here for Landry. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jarvis Landry on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if a quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
Danny Amendola on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man.
You guys aren't going nowhere.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
To throw, it's Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's the type of pass play that you need to wait for routes to develop. You need a little time in the pocket, but that's hard to do when you got people in your face.
Fielded just inside the 20. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. The D for the Pats. The Patriots heading back onto the field now. And maybe for them at this stage, it's sort of put up or shut up time. They need to stop trailing here.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that one. They've got to go out there now and put an end to what's been going on in this ball game where they've just given up points, gotten pushed around, so to speak, during this.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play that time for the Dolphins. 66 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Well, you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this
Oh, he's
close to the
spiking
goal
it.
line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of space is better than what we just saw there. And that end result, not one that's satisfactory to them.
3rd and goal, it's Drake. And he'll get blown
Drake.
up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Frank's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
Not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though this offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points.
On the return now, here's Keyshawn Martin. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
44-3 Dolphins over
offense
Patriots.
To see what they can do this time.
I know, Gage.
They start on the ground here with Blunt.
Fumble! We got the ball!
Football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around. And we just saw
Hey, Gage.
Opportunistic by the defense. So a good kick there.
So we got the fumble. And I went for a field goal and made it.
And they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
Now it's Franks following the made field goal to send it away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So the Patriots coming out now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And over the middle to the tight end.
We got another fumble.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Drops it off to Ajayi. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Tannehill. That's caught at the 2. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Again, Tannehill. He's got it. Touchdown.
Kenny Stills.
Kenny Stills from a yard out. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second down now after the pass completion.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but now any run after it.
On second down, here's Brady. Going underneath to Blunt. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face a third down. Brady going to try and throw on third down. And he dumps it off to Blunt.
Didn't get it.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Gonna fake it again.
Good defenses. It's understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
No worries, it's going to be a touchdown.
The Dolphins' offense now working their way back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It got his man complete. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass, because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let it go again. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jarvis Landry in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head
61-3 Dolphins. The end of the second.
Yeah, able to extend
Patriots.
that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the... Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And they'll
All the
take
Patriots
a knee.
do is knee it.
So the two teams will head to the lock. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll begin here with Blunt. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Throwing is Brady on third down, and that is incomplete. Martellus Bennett, the intended receiver, and it's fourth down. Here's Ryan Allen now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is taken at the 18. Spinning past him. So a change of possession here on the punt. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look
Landry's
deep
wide
for
open.
Landry. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there, and it's second down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Second and 10, Tannehill once more. He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 69 yards. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past it. Oops, there he goes again.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So a little jumpy there defensively. Ref caught him in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty.
Hold on, man.
From the gun, it's Brady. Caught left side, Bennett. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
And now a fumble. Brady
Yeah!
the football.
Brady gets sacked and fumbled the ball. We got it.
At the 45-yard line. And let's shift now to talking about the Patriots defense. And with this deficit, let's be honest, it's time for them to get a stop.
And partners, you understand very well from our time together and visiting with coaches, defensive coordinators tend to be a little more emotional, a little more high-strung than others.
They are.
I have a feeling that
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 45 yards. And the Dolphins take advantage of the turnover and put up 6. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah,
75-3 Dolphins over
you have
New
to set it
England.
up as you
Stupid.
go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
Hey, we got four down. 20.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Here's Ryan Allen now. He's been terrific so far. Landry now on the return. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying
Horse
to tackle him.
face mask, Weber.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Going deep here for Landry. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 50 yards. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
Kills.
speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Partner, we know today's
Gain of a
NFL
yard,
is really
gain
built
of
around the guy
nothing, you
throwing
mean?
the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And complete on the right side to Bennett. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Brady gives now to Blunt. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find big 87.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. He's got size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's Brady, and he's got Bennett, and he'll take it into the
Patriots
end zone
finally
for a Patriot
score.
touchdown.
And it's
Martellus
82-10.
Bennett, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Pats able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Fielded about a yard deep. Still on his feet. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Damn.
And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additions.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 76 yards. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate.
89-10 Dolphins.
Acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. The Patriots offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone. If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Pulled in at the 24. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets...
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards.
Really good recognition of the offensive line of the blitz. They picked it up, allowed for more time to throw the ball deep downfield, and a big-time completion.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down. Well, go ahead and mark that down as one of the most bizarre first down calls in the history of the National Football League. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete.
I know that from down to down, you'll hop into different offensive formations and try and fool the defense and pick up some yardage. But going into field goal formation on second down and then running a fake off of it, help me here. Help me with this one. I'm supposed to know this. Help me.
I'm so baffled that I like it because it's different.
Different, all right, but not very successful.
He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Back now in Miami, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
I made it.
And Frank's kick is
Made a 49-yarder.
And they're well on their way
92 to 10.
Grows even larger. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He's got time in the pocket, going underneath to Blunt. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. It's not just the offensive linemen and the guys charged with protecting him that take it personally. When the franchise quarterback is dropped on the ground, it runs through the whole organization from the owner all the way down.
It's like every single time he goes down, everyone holds their breath.
Not only do they hold their breath, but they feel the hit as well. They're just trying to think of ways for it not to happen again.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drip back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
Second down following the incompletion.
Everyone's got 4 down. Let's go!
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And right side caught.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to right in there and hope for the best.
To throw is Brady. Toward the
Yeah, wide
sideline.
open.
Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Red zone opportunity. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jelani Jenkins coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. Now Brady, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Mario Williams in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. So the sack means it's 3rd and goal now from the 10.
Well, this defensive unit certainly picked a great time to make a stand. Back-to-back sacks, starting with 1st and goal. I have to believe that they'll continue to bring the pressure on 3rd down.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter. You're going. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 79 yards. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
Well, it's safe to say that at least 2 people have a great relationship on this offense. Quarterback and receiver today, they are locked in, and they know exactly what the other's going to do. And the end result, touchdown after touchdown.
Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down.
Nobody likes
at
him.
about the 23-yard line.
I'm freaking demolishing the Patriots by
and
96.
Last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On 2nd down, here's Brady. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And Ndamukong Suh in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task. So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. Now Landry. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And
Boy.
which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
He's got a man complete.
We're over
A big
1,000
play
yards
that
right
time for
now.
the Dolphins. 46 yards.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument.
And
You can say on
touchdown.
the other side, if you're wide open, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
105
Devontae
to
Parker, his
13
second touchdown of the night. And
over the
Dolphins just
Patriots.
continue to pour it on.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land
Oh,
and by sea,
they almost
right?
blocked
You
it.
know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air.
106
because
to
right
13.
now, we're
2
seeing a
minutes
big-time
left.
performance, aren't we?
In the
That's
fourth.
2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
About as like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Throwing is Brady on third down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target. And now it's fourth down. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. This is taken at about the 14. Oh, what a move. And out come the Dolphins now. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. They go play action here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep.
Yeah, I threw
Looking
a
for
pick.
Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on first down is Brady. And it's caught here, Amendola. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They slot Gronkowski outright. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction.
I just let him get a first down.
So that's the word from the referee. Neutral zone infraction, 5 yards.
And, of course, the defense is always pointing at the offense about how they drew them across. Flag goes against the defenders on that one.
Brady now on first down.
Sacked.
The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. LeGarrette Blount was the intended target. And now it's second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. On play action, it's Brady. Oh, he can't get
Damn.
away, and Brady will go down.
Get sacked.
Mario Williams in there to get him for his second sack of the night. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And
Catch the
that
ball.
you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you're facing
We had
a
like
potential grounding
6
call.
people that could have picked
Tremendous
it off
coverage
on our
there,
team.
just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner, and just think about how good that feels.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Dante Hightower in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Tannehill going to throw it. He's going to look deep now for Landry. Oh,
Go, Landry!
and it's complete.
We're about to win by 100 points.
10. And
Touchdown!
Again, yet another touchdown.
10
as they
minutes.
just add to their totals. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat
We're up by 100 right now.
And it doesn't take
We're up by
much to
100.
get that extra bit of
39
space that a
seconds
guy
left.
at
We're
his
up by
speed
100.
needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guys
after this game,
take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by them. And
'cause
once
I
he's
gotta
by
go,
'em,
I gotta
there's no
get up at
catching 'em.
6.
As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back,
To go
that
to
means
Kansas.
he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis.
Boom!
In that
Get
case, he left
trucked.
me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
They need to call their timeouts. Man, the Jets actually
Out
called a
comes the New
timeout. I
England
destroyed them.
offense to see what they can do this time. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly.
Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They slot Gronkowski outright. Brady now on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here.
Pick 6 would
It'll be
be
their 3rd
great.
and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On first down, Brady going underneath to Blount.
Oh!
And he loses the
We got the
football
fumble.
a second time.
Did we get a fumble?
That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball.
tomorrow?
Guys at
No.
bat, people are on base in scoring position.
Sunday,
One guy doesn't
yeah.
get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Well, not tomorrow, I think.
Here's Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski.
We won.
Complete.
We won by 100.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally
Beat the
different
Patriots
style and a different flow.
113 to 13. 31-30, 28-24. In all those quarters. Oh my god. That was the best play right there.